show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on GTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Romney Tertola Pier Park, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports. This is The Big Story. I'm Kathy Richards. I want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition. In studio with me, I have two people who are branded Pussers. That's associated with the rum that we know for so many years here in the Virgin Islands, Mark Vanterpool and Kristen Fraser. I want to welcome you guys to the set. You have great things to tell us. You're looking so bright. Bring on.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yes.
How was the new year doing, you guys? We're down to almost a month and already in the second month.
That's right.
What the prospects of this year looks like?
For me, it looks very good. I'm always very positive and hopeful. So I encourage my friends and family and all of our wonderful supporters out there to keep hope alive, as you would say, and want to encourage them to look forward to a good 2025.
Awesome.
Life has ups and downs.
Yes.
We pray and hope that the ups are more than downs. So we look forward to a wonderful 2025.
How's it been for you, Chris?
It's been good, and I echo the sentiments. I think it's very important to also stay in the reality, but stay in a good reality, and always know that this too will pass. But again, we want to speak positive, stay positive, and do really good and exciting things. And we're really excited about the Pussers brand and things that we have in store for 2025 and more.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, what a good pitch into what we're here all about.
Yes.
To see Kristen wearing a brand of Pussers is like, since when this happened? Tell us the story.
Well, I can tell you, Kristen Kristen is, since we bought the brand, we have been always in touch, and she always tells me how she loved the brand so much. In past, she has a lot of the items from the brand, and our group, the MHV group that owns Pussers, felt that she was the most appropriate and wonderful person to invite to help us to continue to develop the Pussers brand, and she has done a wonderful job so far. And it wasn't nature's little secret that she's with us, but she is with us and joining us. We congratulate her on her brand, the Jahphix brand, that she does a wonderful job with. But she's always wanted to be a part of the Pussers branding. So she's now the director of our creative designs and everything. So she runs the show. I'm the mascot, as you always know, Kathy. And but the work is done behind the scenes. Dion, my son, is the director of Pussers clothing and apparel and the accessories. And Kristen works with him very directly. So we want to thank Dion and his crew, Kristen, and she has a number of other support casts that have been doing a wonderful job. They just call me out when I need to be the mascot.
And I guess you're probably doing an excellent job on the front there, being the mascot.
For minimum wage, yeah.
For minimum wage. I wonder what that looks like. But when we talk about Pussers, so many times we associate it mainly with just the rum and going and getting the rum to you gift and the cups and stuff. But to see us pushing more the brand and the partnership that has come forward with that, and Kristen been keeping that a little nature's secret for real. Because never did we realize, wait, those colors, those styles, those things got a local flair. Tell us about it, Kristen.
Well, I joined the team a few months back, and as Mr. Vanderpool said, I'm delighted to be here and to be able to work with such a dynamic team and work with Dion as well. I think, you know, for me, it's been so surreal and humbling actually, because I am a follower and lover of the Pussers brand, and now with the brand being in its 46th year of the apparel, the rum and the restaurant, it's come full circle for me, because as a local designer now working in the Pussers brand and throughout the Pussers brand, and you know, adding my stamp and flavor and creativity to an already well-known legacy, that in itself is magical, and I'm grateful for that. And so we have quite a bit of things that we wanted to do, because as you know, since the hurricane, things have just been kind of, you know, but we're bringing it back to be better than ever, and we have quite a few interesting things up our sleeve as we get into 2025 and beyond. And one of the things that we wanted to do is we wanted to be able to target a bigger audience, but also be super inclusive with our local audience, and just kind of bring them back and remind them as to why we are such a great brand, known for quality goods, known for excellence, honesty, luxury. And the brand that we're wearing here, the original Pussers logo that Mr. V and I are wearing, we wear that as a badge of honor and with pride, and so we've dubbed that the Pussers Vintage line. And so Pussers Vintage will now have, you know, all of the best sellers that our local, regional, and international customers would have known and love, and so they would be able to shop that all year round in store and online. And then we have another part of the brand called Pussers Classics. So that is a part of the Splicamine brace 4-flag logo. I don't know if Kathy, you remember, there's another logo with the flags.
Yes.
So that would be our classic line, which would include all the graphic tees that all the customers know and love, and as well as polos and so on. And then the third leg and arm of the retail brand would be Pussers The Collection. So that is actually a new logo that we're infusing with the other logos, and that's going to be a multi-tiered brand that focuses a lot more on family lifestyle, and it's more multi-generational, because if you will, you have a lot of the customers that would have been shopping the brand, they would have now, you know, gotten married, have children and so on, and we want to continue to expand the brand on that and have it more inclusive in that way. So
wow,
lots happening.
Lots happening,
Yes.
and to think about the way you would have, you know, conceptualize that way to celebrate the brand,
Yes.
and to have it on a continuum growth. There is continuity because you talk there about parents, and then you got the kids, and then it evolves. But there is also, when I look at those flags, they got something to, they say something about truffle as well.
Well, everything that is being done with the BVI in mind. The Pussers brand started in the British Virgin Islands, and I'm a BVI Islander, Mr. V is a BVI Islander, and so again, it's all synonymous, it's all inclusive, and we're planning on really bringing things out in a very smart, bright, detailed, fun, and enticing way. So customers can look forward to a lot to come. I'm trying my best not to spill everything.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get everything. So tell me about the rollout.
Well, between the apparel and the accessories, we have a few collaborations and partnerships and so on that we're going to be rolling out. And like I said, it's going to be, so we'll have resort wear for men, women, and children. You might even have some swimwear in there.
Some Speedos.
You never know. But, you know, we want to make sure that we continue the legacy and stay in touch with that, while also just putting our spin on it and kind of just pushing the brand forward, again, to remind the locals of why they love the brand, and to be able to expand it globally. Outside of the customers that come in daily, the tourists, and outside of the online store, we want to be able to maximize the brand to its fullest potential and carry it, you know, at trade shows, maybe even in a couple of department stores and so on, and kind of really make it worldwide. Maybe even work with a few of our local athletes and have ambassadors and so on. So there's quite a bit of a big plan of action that we plan to roll out between now and within the next 2 years.
Yeah, well, Mark, there seems to be a lot of work for the mascot.
Yes.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Yes, and with that work comes a realization. When you look at the population of tourists and other people who come in to Pussers, sometimes you pass it when the ship in that place jam.
Full.
And then you look also at another setting when you pass again, so that most times in the evening the locals are there a lot. Are they buying into the apparel, both sides?
Yeah, we are very impressed and very excited, especially a lot of our locals love the Pussers brand. Besides the restaurant, where a lot of our locals patronize, and a lot of people think it's all about the tourists, but our restaurants are 60% tourist, local supported. We get a lot of local people supporting. The window at Pussers is always lined up full of people. I went there last night and trying to get in to get a bite of the pizza or something, and it took me a while.
Better tell me, right?
Yeah.
What you eat, right?
But they do a good job of it. So we want to thank the local people who have support us all the way. But they also love our clothing. A lot of them have different pieces. We have I have a couple of local guys, friends, who I see wearing the Pusser jackets and hanging out in the club in the night with it. I say, oh, I got to get Christian to make you one of our models.
Okay.
So we want to thank them for that, because when we bought the Pussers group, it wasn't just about Pussers rum. In fact, Pussers rum is not really ours anymore. It's sold to another group.
Okay.
We promote it, and it's part of our legacy. But that's where it all started with Mr. Charles Tobias, who is a legend that we remember very much. He's in Florida now, but we remember all that he's done here, where he started the whole Pussers thing. So we want to continue, but it's not just about the restaurants and the rum and so on. The clothing, in fact, was one of the things that was more attractive to me when I bought Pussers. Okay. We wanted to take a little while and really look at it and see how we're going to promote it. But one day you will see a tennis player at Wimbledon or at the US Open with a Pussers. Just like you see the Nike tick, one day you'll see a Pussers there.
A Pussers with the 3 flags, or even this one.
Yeah, and then you will see some of our athletes that run for us here. One day you will see them running with the Pussers brand. And while Nike says just do it, we will say why not?
Why not?
So you'll see that.
Just do it, why not? Yeah. All right, so how soon can we see some of the new merch being out?
I mean, we're in the plans now. Everything is in the works, and we're hoping to have a few items out for the summer. We definitely encourage people to go to the website www.pussers.com. Right now, it's more of a template type website, but you can plug in your email address so you can get the newsletters and all the updates with what will be happening. And we also plan to roll out the online store probably by March 1 with the current inventory that we have, some of the inventory there, but new products we hope to aim to have that out by this summer, and as we get ready for the tourism season for late 2025, early 2026.
Okay,
Yes.
so great. All right, so well, I think that says it all. What to look forward to. There is something I must say, Kristen. There is something, and I'm talking to you, Mark. There is something unique about Treffle and the person behind it, Kristen, in the way she fashions and markets her product. Yes, she's a designer of all sorts, but I don't know that I can find anyone who does it really close to how she do.
Yeah, I think we in the BVI sometimes underestimate our people and how great they are and what they do. As we say in the outer world, this person would be one of the big stars and so on. And we have a lot of respect for Kristen from this point of view. And we think what she's adding to us, we are lucky to have her paying attention to us. But Kristen has a lot of creativity, a lot of ideas. There's some things coming out, Kathy, that she's coming up with. Not just the Pussers clothing, but we're having some accessories. You know, Pussers always had accessories. We used to have a watch. That's coming back. Okay. She has some jewelry coming out, but some special jewelry. I can't tell you the secret about that yet. But I know when that comes out, it's going to be a blast and beautiful. She's come up with some ideas of how that's going to be presented. So Kristen is very creative. She always has in mind the BVI and the BVI branding that we are hoping to continue to export worldwide. You know, a lot of us say BVI don't have anything to export. We export creativity. We export all of our intelligence that we have here and so on. So Christine is really lending a lot to that. And you know, we have seen the Truffle brand, how well she does it, how unique. You know, she's targeted her market and she goes after it. And we're glad that we get a little bit of attention here at Pussers.
You're gonna make me cry.
But it's a fact. You're very unique in the way you do things, and to see how you keep your focus on the Virgin Islands, the one and only Virgin Islands, the original, and you know you make it your own yet ours.
Yes.
You know, look at I always tell them, and Kristen comes from part of my my kids growing up in school and all of the church and everything, and I really am excited about I call it the youth, the young people, when it comes comparing us. Older people, Kathy. I didn't put you in that bracket, but anyway,
well,
the older people. But
it's okay.
Yeah, but
that's wisdom.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. But Kristen, really, we put a lot of faith in our group. Our group has a bunch of young people. Henry Kiki is the CEO of our group. Dion, the Rex, this side of the business. Dallin, my other son, he calls himself Dallin. Now I know. I named him Dallin, but since he is joined the Spanish War, he's Dallin. But he does a lot of the marketing for us and a lot of the things that he does. We have a very good team. There's some other young people involved in it that I'm amazed when I'm in the chat rooms with them. You know, they have all kinds of ideas. I punch in my little ideas. The older person, they kick me out and say that's old school and I have to back out. But Kristen is doing a great job, modern day. And I am fully in support of the group. Starting from Dion, who runs the director of Pussers Apparel and Accessories. He and Christina work together very well.
One and the same.
And I look forward to what they come up with.
Awesome.
I get a little text on again says, is the budget approved for this? And I have to say yes right away. And they're doing a great job. So
the kind of pressure that you love.
Yeah. So I really congratulate them.
Yeah.
Thank you. If I may add just one quick thing, final thing, we have a special sale that we've been running for a while, and it's very important. I want to
under the white tent,
under the white
tent. I see the crowd.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to encourage you to come under the white tent at Pussers in Road Town, where we have our warehouse tent sale. You do not want to miss these deals. They are every Tuesday and every Thursday. Literally every Tuesday and every Thursday, so you can't miss it. You know, come out, support, and grab your favorite pieces at great prices. When we talk about quality goods, we talk about Pussers. When we talk about luxury goods, we talk about Pussers. And so we invite you to come on down to that.
There's a wonderful sales
girls
there.
Wonderful sales.
Led by one of our girls, Roxanne, and the rest of the team.
Yes, they're doing a great job.
They're doing a great job. I told Christine this morning, she probably first time learned it. The tent that is there is a historical tent. It was the restaurant that popped up after the Irma hurricane in Marina Key. That was the hurricane tent after the hurricane. So we kept it, and now we are using it for all kinds of purposes.
Nice.
And this is the type of storytelling that we like, and that we're going to continue to infuse, because tourists and locals, everybody, if you're human, you resonate with a really good story, and so we'll continue to do that.
So there's one thing missing from the tent.
Yes.
A special branding, and you're sitting right next door to Jahphix.
Yes.
You make sure that you mark that tent for that very reason that you just explained.
Yes,
it deserves its respect. Yes, the big white tent.
Big white tent.
But tell its story.
Yes.
Tell its story.
We should,
story.
Yes.
All right, after that plug. Thank you so much for stopping by. Great to hear what's happening, so we know more and we can expect more and we can support more. Yes. Kristen, Mark, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for your time with us here on this edition of The Big Story. I'm Kathy Richards.
large and small corporations in the BVI can't be wrong. BVI HR, a BVI-based integrated solution of employee timesheets, leave tracking, scheduling, employment letters, HR processes, pay slips, and tax reports, including NHI, Social Security, and Inland Revenue, will make your management of employees easier. While BVI HR can cater to the needs of larger enterprises, it also works exceptionally well for small companies. To sign up, visit bovihr.com, that is BOVIHR.com, or call us at 342-9686.